Hey guys, thanks for tuning in, Coach Kizzy and Just Life Solutions. I was trying to go to sleep early tonight, but it's just not working. It is not working. It's hot. But listen, I'm sitting here watching videos on YouTube, and just think about people that in the music, the gospel legends who died with AIDS, and some of these people you would never ever think, because this I guess it's in the music industries, the churches and stuff like that. It's secrets. There's so many secrets, but you would never know. That's why it's good to acknowledge who you are, embrace who you are as an individual. Because like you just never know. You never know. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Some of them I don't know. I know about the one that played, I don't even know his name, George Jefferson. George Jefferson, and who is this that I'm watching now? This is, I'm gonna cut it. Well, Tyrone Davis. That's why I say, ooh, Excuse me. That's why I say I think it's, like basically secrecies in the church. Why the church is so broken because a lot of people in the church don't acknowledge, you know, they don't like to. They are, and then when you out of obey, okay, let me see if I stop sharing. Yeah, I'm still on the bottom right there. There ain't nothing on somebody let me know. No, this, about. Think about this. So that's why I say like pastors someone for like just because she worked there, she working there, she want to. But I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, she infected her pastor with HIV in an act of revenge. Ooh, but it was another one that I see. I didn't see this one. Oh, infected her pastor with HIV in an act of revenge. Oh my! Because, but what I see is, you know, like that's why I say you got to change your mindset on sex and stuff. He was steady coming on to her. How can you be a boss and be a pastor and you're married? A pastor, you're her boss, and you married, and then you want to don't know nothing about this lady just because good. She looked excellent. She looked amazing, but you want to sexually, well, get in her sheets, basically. And then they at the church. They at the church. So don't you feel this connection while she was doing her work at the church? So if she would have just said, okay, well, yeah, don't you know what they would have did? They would have had sex at the church while his wife probably was at home. That is crazy. That is crazy. But that's so he gave it to his wife too, probably. That's crazy. Protection. Never asked for it. But even though her intentions was bad, she did the wrong thing. She actually did the wrong thing just because you know what I'm saying, like, but he I if I break it down and I tell you, I have to boy, I get into it. But we just gonna listen. Cause this is crazy. Because like you have pastors that's like what is it that mm, I think a lot of pastors have a sex addiction, and especially the older ones because they done been in they married for probably years, you know, so they probably they with their wives and stuff just because just they love them, they love them, but they with their wives because they made a vow, but they still want to do they want their cake and eat it too. You understand what I'm saying? So they want to go off and do things. And so that's what I say. That's what I tell you all the time. You see how God works in mysterious ways, though. And just because he was trying to sneak in the dark and do something, right? He was sneaking. He was sneaking. Clement adultery, basically. Clement adultery. And you know how like they think that their wife is not gonna find out about your Clement adultery as being a pastor. So now you got to think about this man has HIV. Did he give it to his wife? And if he's still sexually, well, still having sex or whatever, still having sex, and don't you think that he want to have sex with his wife too? Even because he want to still please his wife. So therefore, now he has it and his wife has it. So that's why you got to be mindful of what you do. Just be mindful of what you do and who you lay next to because you never know who you lay next to. And that's how God shows up in mysterious ways and showed his wife. Listen one thing, showed his wife that he was cheating. And she had to find out that he was cheating by catching HIV. Mm, mm, mm. She had to find the wife had to probably find out that she probably had a feeling that he was cheating, but she just couldn't put her head or put her mind to it or put her finger on it. So now the wife is awakening. Now the wife is awakening because he done passed it to his wife just over something that you was thinking at that moment. The temptation that you had that you wanted to please your flesh. Mm, mm, mm. Lord, let me tell you. That's why I say sometimes it's best to be with that one individual and just say, you know what, I know about this person. And I'm talking to the elders, pastors. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all right now. Because the simple fact you have to actually start understanding. I don't care if you're older than me. Listen to me. I don't care if you're older than me, but you have to start setting your mind too. Because that's why a lot of them is stepping down and just going different ways. But this is your calling. Hmm. This is your calling. So when you abusing your calling, God shows up in your life in mysterious ways, and you might not think what you're doing in the dark will come to the light. Yes, it will come to the light. It'll show up in your life unexpectedly. It might not come when you want it to come, but it's gonna come. It's gonna come. He'll show you exactly what he want to show you. because you got to think about, because you don't, because you that's what you do to be, and that's why I say a lot of people don't want to still be a leader. No, and I'm very loud, bro. This stuff is like the connection and stuff is. Uh, it's the connection, you guys. And let me see how do I do this. And I'm very loud, bro. This stuff, the connection and stuff is. It's the connection, you guys. Let me see how I do this. And I'm very loud. This the connection and stuff is. It's the connection, you guys. I'm about to get off here. Have to mess with me.